To the Givers volunteer, Ameerodien Noordien, dead. Noordien is the latest fatality in the ongoing gang violence that's plaguing communities on the Western Cape. Our reporter Mariska Botha has more.
Good afternoon to you. Yes, we're coming to you on a very sad day here in Hanover Park, where the gang violence has claimed yet another victim. This time it's 20-year-old Ameerodien Noordien, and he was of course a volunteer at Gift of the Givers. Now where we're standing, to my left and your right, is where his body lay on Friday, and he was literally meters away from his home. And that is the kind of story we hear so often here on the Cape Flats, where gang violence is prevalent. But to talk to us a little bit more about Ameerodien and the kind of man he was, and also the impact this has had, we're speaking to Mariska Botha, who's the Western Cape project manager for Gift of the Givers. Ali, thank you so much for joining us. First of all, start us off. Tell us about Ameerodien. What kind of a man was he?
Ameerodien was one of the most gentle souls you could have get. Always had a smile on his face. Always kind-hearted, very, very respectful chap.
And what impact has that had on Gift of the Givers? You work all over the world in war-torn countries where there's natural disasters, and then to have one of your own die on home soil, literally in his backyard. What has that been like for your organization?
It has been hard. It was a shock to all of us. Ameerodien has been with us in January 2018 when the Western Cape was hit with the drought. He accompanied us to all the disaster relief areas. From the 5th of June, we've been to the Northern Cape and Eastern Cape to deliver animal feed to all the farmers out there. He's touched the heart of those farmers. He had such an impact on them. They contacted our office and asked if it's fine if they start a fund to collect money to provide for his family, and of course to his mother who has kidney failure and who requires daily dialysis. So much has the impact been on them. We've received thousands of phone calls of people who have been in contact with Ameerodien. He's really touched the hearts of many.
Now you say a fund has been set up. Talk to us a little bit about that, and how can people help?
Okay, the fund has been set up by a lady in Sutherland who has been in contact with Ameerodien 3 or 4 times. When she heard the news, she told us there's other farmers from other areas, like example Jobertina, Mossel Bay, and those etc. would like to distribute as well. So the farmers contacted our office and asked. They said no, you can put the money into the account, but just make the references Gift of the Givers.
And how will that help his mother? You were talking about her. She has kidney failure. What impact has that had on the Noordien family?
It has a huge impact. As we know, he was the sole breadwinner in the house. He's the one that bathed his mom. He's the one that dressed her. He's the one that cooked when he was at home. It has a huge impact for her. She hasn't cried yet. I think the only time it will get to her is when she sees her son's body in front of her.
And then also we see a lot of your vans are parked here today. There's also a tent. What's going to happen today? Okay,
the Minister of Police, Minister Bheki Cele, when he heard the news, he was shocked as well as the rest of the country. He felt it as his duty to be here today to show his respects to the family, and of course to give the people of this area encouragement that enough is enough and steps are going to be taken.
Do many of your volunteers come from areas like this where they face hardship in their own lives as well?
That's correct. Most of our volunteers, they come from the Cape Flats areas like Menenberg, Bishop Lavers, and of course Hanover Park. Working with us, for some of them it's the first time they've been out of Cape Town. What they see here just down the road, no further. So we take them to places out there to experience the different areas as well, and take them to different communities. So for them especially, it was a lesson.
Thank you very much. That was Mariska Botha. He's the Western Cape project manager for Gift of the Givers, talking to us about Ameerodien Noordien, who was only 20 years old, the sole breadwinner of his family, taking care of his mother who has kidney failure. And that is the kind of stories you hear on a regular basis. So many young lives ripped away in an instant as a result of this gang violence. Minister Bheki Cele will be here this afternoon speaking to the family and also speaking a little bit to the community about the issues they face here.
The community